Welcome, men and women of Africa, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us for the first time, we are a channel that we think we're going to grow it into a all-encompassing channel, all things African, because we have passion and we believe in the continent. We have passion for country and continent. You know, Africa has got no choice but to move forward, and we want to be there when this continent is moving forward as one. And we believe in it. We have passion for it. We're here to stay. So please, for all things African news and everything, keep following us. And we thank you for all the people that are giving us ideas and encouragement. They had a bit of support this week. We thank you very much. Please subscribe, like, or put notifications, because you don't want to miss any of our videos. So thank you very much. So no one is going to move this continent forward for us. No one is going to tell our story. We need to do it ourselves. So we're here to encourage each other. Let's go. As all of us as Africans, you know, we love the motherland. As I said, no one is coming to save us. We have to do it ourselves. Enough is enough. We've got no choice whether to push or pull the continent, whatever it takes. It is time to move forward. So we're going to start with the coronavirus. As you know, there's real anxiety out there. There's real fear out there, you know, because the illness, the disease is spreading quite fast, and the Chinese government, they are actually struggling to contain the virus. And they're also African students stuck in Wuhan province. They're up to, I don't know, the number is 10,000 or a bit less or a bit more. I'm not too sure of the numbers, but there's quite a significant population of African students that are stuck in Wuhan province. So there's a real fear for them for being stranded as the city is in lockdown. The only African country that's organizing to evacuate their citizens is Morocco. Up to 100, they're going to evacuate their citizens, but the rest of the African countries, they don't have embassies or consulates in there, so there is a real worry that they'll be stranded with nowhere to go. So we can only be with them in spirit, but the issue at the moment as well is there are no confirmed cases on the African continent of this respiratory disease. But there's two suspicious cases now. So there's one in Abidjan, in Ivory Coast. A lady on Saturday arrived through Abidjan into the Ivory Coast. She flew from Beijing. I'm not too sure whether she was in Wuhan, but she had these respiratory symptoms. The coughing, the shortness of breath, the sneezing, and the officials there, they're saying they're not too concerned. But the lady in Kenya that arrived into Jomo Kenyatta on Tuesday, there's real concern that she's showing strong symptoms of the virus. So she got into the airport and got quarantined there. So she's in hospital. They're doing the tests, the screening for the virus. But so far, no reports or confirmation of those two cases. So worldwide, it's spreading. There's small numbers in up to about more than 15 countries now. So with the travel, the ease of travel, viruses like these tend to spread quite quick and fast. So there are about more than 5,000 cases confirmed. Germany just confirmed their first case of the coronavirus a few hours ago. They're up to more than 100 deaths recorded as of now, but the death toll continues to climb. So there's real concern there, and we are just going to keep an eye on these African students and be with them in spirit. That in lockdown, that find themselves in lockdown in Wuhan province. We can only just encourage them and pray for them. So going to Ghana, for my Ghanaian people, what's been going on in Ghana, what's going on in Ghana. Now look, 2019 was what was called the Year of Retain Ghana 2019, which was officially announced in September 2018 by the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo in Washington. That's what he declared there. He says, everybody come back to Africa, retrace your roots, reconnect with your roots, reconnect with the motherland. So it's been a very, seems like it's been a very successful drive. We've noticed, we've heard of celebrities going there, like the likes of Idris Elba, Michael J. White, Naomi Campbell, Cardi B, Steve Harvey, Boris Kijoy, Danny Grover, some musicians like T.I. and Ludacris. Some of them were given citizenship because Ghana has dual citizenship. So they're actually rolling the red carpet for even people to come in and stay there. So most of the visitors went through. We've seen them in pictures or videos in the Elmina Castle. I don't know how to say it. It was this castle that was built in 1482 by the Portuguese, which is listed as a World Heritage Site, which was the final destination for the slaves, for most slaves in Africa. And that's where they saw the continent, the Africans saw, they left, that's it, that was it. They went to do a dungeon, and then they were taken into boats and into slavery overseas somewhere. So over 1 million people, or 1 million visitors have already been through in 2019 from all parts of the world, and generating about $2 billion USA dollars. So they've done really well. Just to mention that Ghana is gained their independence in 1957, and that it's been a successful year for them, and they've done really well. So what's up, my Zimbabwean people? Let's look at what's happening in your area, in your zone. Now, President Emmerson Mnangagwa has declared corruption as the biggest enemy, country's biggest enemy. Rightly so, kudos to him, well done. And therefore, they're going to establish these anti-corruption courts to expedite cases, corruption cases, so they can try to get rid of this evil corruption, which is great. And then the Chief Justice of that country, Luke Malaba, has then invited a judge from Uganda to train judges, magistrates, and officials how to run these courts. Now, the people of Zimbabwe, my Zimbabwean people, are not happy about this because saying, why of all the countries are we looking at Uganda? Because Uganda is not known for its anti-corrupt. It's one of the most corrupt places, to be honest. So they've got a point there. They're actually number 123 on the Corruption Perception Index. If the Leonard Chief Justice probably wants to look at other countries that are the least corrupt countries on the Corruption Perception Index, which number 1 is Seychelles, Botswana, I think they're number 2 or 3, Cape Verde, Rwanda is number 4, 5 is Mauritius, there's Sao Tome and Principe, there's Senegal there. So maybe these are the least corrupt African countries. Maybe they could look for someone from there instead of going to, of all the places, Uganda. Some of these very smart people, right? So in entertainment, as you know, we lost the legend himself, basketball, Kobe Bryant, on the 26th of January. He was involved in a helicopter crash. He also lost his daughter and seven other passengers. It's just big tragedy. May their souls rest in peace. Going back to Kobe Bryant, he's been a great basketballer, perhaps one of the greatest players of our time. For the younger generation, he's the Michael Jordan because he's of our time, because he's played for the Lakers. He's a one-team man for 21 years. So, and he's been at the top of the game. Top of his game. I mean, the last game, I do remember he scored about 61 points. And I think he's the only person to have made 81 baskets in one game. He was known for his work ethic outside. He had an insane work ethic. He was not only talented, but he put in the work. He's also known for that. But also outside the court. Now he was after retirement. He looked the happiest, and he looked after his daughter's teams, and he was coaching, and he's just, and also he won an Oscar for Dear Basketball. He loved the creative arts like writing and all that. So big loss. Or looking forward to what he was going to do in his next chapter of his life, but it wasn't to be. But moving on to Burna Boy. Not Burna Boy, but the 62nd Grammy Awards award for Best World Music Album has gone to Angelique Kidjo. Angelique Kidjo is a legend on the African music scene, and that's her 4th Grammy Award. She's from Benin, but she lives in Paris, in France. She's an actress, she's an activist, she's a singer-songwriter. She's just a legend. We all know her, and she deserves it for what she has done and what she continues to do. But Burna Boy, my man is lost. The reason hasn't lost, but this time around wasn't his time. Might be next time. He's had a big year this last year, so I'm sure he's not complaining too much. He's had sold out concerts, and he's now quite well known all over the world. So he's had a big year. I'm sure his time is coming up. But Angelique Kidjo, being classy as ever, she dedicated the award to Burna Boy and all the young upcoming African musicians. So classy as ever. Good for her. And that's it for today. We'll be back in a couple of days. As usual, stay classy forever.